Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to more Gradius, the Interstellar Assault on the Game Boy. So last time, of course, we started the game featuring the main characteristics of this particular title, which makes it in some way different from other Gradius games because of some special elements that we mentioned before, some distinctive sequences, transitions between one level and another, different music as well, which is pretty cool. Of course, they are supposed to have some little resemblance to the classic Gradius themes, but they're, in essence, they're different. Oh yeah, this different item that, looks different from the others in the sense that it works like the bombs that destroy all enemies on the screen at once. Oh yeah, I mean, you see some enemies that come from behind, but they're not so much of a pain in general, and they appear very few times throughout the game. That's probably why, for example, they make you choose the tail kind of missile at the beginning of the game, in case you are too worried about the enemies that come from behind. But they don't appear so often, so it's not a problem. Here we have the generic enemies that push rocks. I don't know how typical it is in Gradius, probably it's not so much, but I've seen this in many other horizontal shoot 'em ups. Yeah, you see these asteroids or whatever, and there are little robots or ships that push them, of course attempting to attack you. Okay, this is quite typical of Gradius games, these little balls that appear out of nowhere. They appear randomly in different spots, so you have to be careful and shooting constantly, of course. Is it boss time? Yes, it is. Okay. Something more typical, of course. Go destroy the core, you have to be avoiding the lasers that this guy shoots. Covers quite a bit of space, taking into account the Game Boy screen is already very little. And for a change, of course, throwing some rocks. Wow, that was quite close, man. Alright, look at this. Nice destruction sequence there, animation. And now we are going to the Earth, it seems. Changing the environment, yeah. We can see even the clouds. Wow, even if I'm not shooting anything with no enemies around, all of my options, my shield and everything is, my missiles too, are all blinking. That's probably one of the risks of making this type of games that require so many elements on screen on a portable console like this. Yeah, thank God I still can see the bullets from the enemies. I don't really see much what I am shooting, what I have right now. At least I can see the enemy ships as well as their bullets. That would be too unfair not being able to see those bullets, the ones from the enemies, that is. I don't know if those things that look like mushrooms have any weak points, so that's why I didn't dare to go down and shoot them in the face. I don't even realize that sometimes I take some hits, so I lose my shield very, very easily. Of course, by having the shield, or the force field, whatever, your hitbox actually increases, so it is easier to take hits. just by touching the shields, not necessarily touching the ship itself, your ship. Okay, it is boss time, I think. Yeah. 2 mechanical hands. Or something. Well, the course is still the weak point, so go for it. Okay, quite simple too, probably with all of these power-ups, lasers and such. Now we're going down, even lower this time. Well, this game, as you might suppose, is rather short. I don't know how close I am to the end of the game, but this reminds me of the typical last areas in Gradius games, you know. Like a big ship, like being inside of a big ship. I find it rather typical. You know, you normally start in outside areas and then we get in this mothership, destroy the core. Do you die? Oh, apparently that guy doesn't die. Even shooting all of those missiles. Okay, next time I'm just gonna avoid him. If he shows up once again. Yeah, shooting the thing up there is very risky because remember, if you touch the ceiling you are dead, even if you have the shield with you. Double will be ideal for those, but well, I don't have it. And I think at the beginning of the game they give you the chance to get a bi-directional missile. Yeah, I'm just shooting upwards, I mean downwards. There is another option for you to shoot at the back, the tail one, and the other one, you know, 2 directions up and down. Those would be perfect for certain enemies on the screen. I could have chosen that instead of just the bottom one. Well, it doesn't matter, I am not having so much trouble right now. Well, another destroy the core. Oh, look at those lasers. They remind me of the lasers that appear in the Gradius games for the MSX. They're called Nemesis. A Japanese name for the Gradius series. Alright, the pattern is generally easy to memorize. And that took very few shots because basically I'm using missiles, lasers, options, and all the good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop this here. Or not. Cannot even pause. Escape sequence. Well, this could be even the end of the game, so yeah. Let's continue instead. Chasing. Okay, now we're gonna begin another level apparently. I guess that core is the final guy, you know, the typical core that you destroy. You apparently destroy when beating a boss, but always escapes. It could be the one. And I'm actually shooting it, okay. So this could be considered a boss battle. Okay. An expansive laser that goes vertically, you know, for a change. That's okay. don't have problems with it. Rather easy to avoid. I imagine how difficult some of these battles will be without the options or without the laser, right? I certainly can't imagine. Boom, boom, boom! I'm still taking lots of shots, even if I have my options and everything. So that was the final boss? Yes, it was. Yeah, that was rather simple, of course. Took a while, but I guess it makes sense. Yeah, that was rather short game, but not disappointing, I have to say. I mean, it took 20 minutes, more or less what I expected. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching the playthrough, and I'll talk to you later. So yeah, thanks.